Hey everybody, it's Tammy Taz from Rock the TAZbah Photography. I just wanted to come on and give a little background about me and how the name came about of Rock the TAZbah Photography and a little bit about my story. The way the name came about, my husband and I, June 2018, actually it was actually in May. Yeah, May. We were talking about it. I said I want to start a photography business. I've been doing it for about 5 years, playing with a digital camera because I grew up with film and did film. So I said to him I wanted to keep the word rock in it, and I wanted Taz in it. So he said, how about Rock the TAZbah? And many of you know the song Rock the TAZbah. Well, that's how we kind of came up with the name. He actually came up with the name because it has a great ring to it. And I use a symbol of a diamond for me represent rock. So that's that. But I've been with a camera since I'm about 5, 6 years old. Film camera. I always had a camera. I had a Polaroid camera. I had a 110 film. I had 35mm camera. So I've always had a camera, and I've always taken pictures all my life. I actually have tons of photos in a photo album from when I was a kid. I did my sister's wedding, my stepsister's wedding. I wasn't the paid photographer. I was just a photographer there. And my pictures were gorgeous, and she loved them. And she actually used a lot of my pictures that I took for her photo album. So fast forward a few years ago, I went back to school. I've had a digital camera for about 5 years, but I went back to school a couple of years ago, about 2 years ago, maybe. And I got my associate's degree in photography, wedding photography, videography, which I'm not into videography. I've also done Photoshop. I have an associate's degree in Photoshop. I don't use Photoshop. I use another program, but my work is good enough that I don't need to use that. I basically lighten, brighten, and crop my pictures. I show pictures right out of my camera, and people are like, right out of the camera, they're gorgeous. But I've been in business since June 2018. I'm still trying to get my name out there. And I'm also a metastasized breast cancer survivor, fighter, thriver, lifer. Yeah, depends on who you talk to, what they use. I've been fighting breast cancer since 2008, May 1st, 2008. I went into remission for 4.7 years. So, and it came back at 4.7 years, and it went to stage 4. So I'm basically dying of my breast cancer. But the one thing my doctor said is, sorry about that, my dog's in the room with me, is that my photography is actually what's probably keeping me alive because it's keeping me busy. So, I'm grateful for it. I do love taking pictures of people. At the beginning, I did not want to take pictures of people. I was so afraid of taking pictures of people that I kind of shied away from it. And then all of a sudden I had an event to do within the first month of becoming official and started my business. And I was so scared, and the pictures came out gorgeous. So I do pets, I do people, I do landscape, I do nature, I do products, I do vehicles, I did say pets, so I pretty much do everything. I do small intimate weddings, and I do courthouse weddings, but I will not do a big wedding. That's a little too much for me, unless you want a more of a photojournalism type photographer, which I am, which is like candid pictures, not posed pictures. I will do just some posed pictures, but if you want to hire a photographer that's more of photojournalism, like hire a photographer for your still pictures, but you want to hire a second photographer to capture things that the regular photographer might not want capture, I'm more than willing to do it. I do family reunions. I do big families. I love to capture pictures of big families because it's more of a challenge. I also don't charge extra for each individual person. I'm there for an hour. Whatever my hourly rate is at that time is what I charge. I do not charge extra for more people. That's not my thing. I am also very affordable. compared to most photographers. And the only reason that I'm more affordable is it. This is fun for me. It's what's keeping me alive, keeping me busy, keeping my creative mind going by capturing these pictures. So yeah, that's my story. Except that I'm married 33 plus years to my husband. We don't have no kids. I have a fur baby. I have a cat and a dog. Those are our children. So, again, I'm fighting cancer as 11 years out, but almost 7 years at stage 4. If I didn't have a camera and I didn't do my creative things, I probably would be dead. According to my doctors, they said this is keeping me alive. So, if you want to hire a great photographer, hire me. I love to help capture your memories. Again, this is Tammy Taz from Rock the TAZbah Photography, and have a great day, everybody. Bye.